Now look at all the unopened letters I'm collecting. They're miserable Swiss lies and plain terror on innocent people. And simultaneously, Swissies protect their fifth column serial killers as El Vikingo Erwin Sperisen. It's all upside down. Where Octagon, the seed of evil, is rooted, the Nazi red line created small but growing rat's nests all over South America called Pequeña Suiza or Colonia Suiza, slowly but certainly installing their Octagon's laws and imposing Swiss superiority religion upon the locals, as it has surfaced from the abyss today in this Swiss-made horror in Guatemala, which the Swissies will try and whitewash during the next 3 weeks showtime. So keep your eyes on it real carefully, because this is a unique event concerning Octagon's involvement sticking out its nasty head. Look, they even have a little Switzerland, Pequeña Suiza in Luxembourg. It's a small country in Europe. I think it's even on the Rhine, and the Rhine goes to Switzerland. Look, it even has Swiss flags, Swiss houses and snowy mountain tops. And it is in Spanish, because they're used to it. They're used to this thing there in South America. And they say, hey, look, there's even a Pequeña Suiza in Luxembourg. We're not the only ones who have them. This thing is big and has all of Octagon's ingredients through their typical characteristics, all combining as big Swiss money involved. Sperisen's father is Guatemala's ambassador representative of the Geneva-based World Trade Organization, which you can see here. All these fake so-called For Humanity Geneva NGOs, Swiss oligarchs, fifth column, Nazi red line, etc. This thing is huge, goes deep and has almost no media coverage. Here you can see a part of the WTO World Trade Organization Geneva. Well, the building is huge. I know it personally, and at the entrance and all around it's full of pharaonic symbols. There's a sun hieroglyph. It's on the I think this is the entrance here. It's everywhere. Yeah, look, cooking up crisis, a WTO, and this is all involved, you know, in this Swiss serial killer, you know, murdering people in Guatemala. His father is the ambassador of this thing here. This is big. This is real big going on here. Oh, this is the real Switzerland. And it's sticking out its ugly head. So far, the Swissies have been stalling time as usual, and deliberately have had years gone by since the actual crimes and prognostics are bad, since 2 others from that Swiss fifth column murder gang in Guatemala have been acquitted, not guilty, in court in Austria and Spain. 2 countries like Switzerland itself with a huge Nazi past. At the time of the Swiss Escuadrones de la Muerte in Guatemala, Oscar Berger, another Swiss-German name referring to the Alps, as Berg means mountain, was Guatemala's president from 2004 to 2008. Berger went to a Jesuit school. Berger, Sperisen, Vielmann, not very Hispanic sounding names, eh? It says Berger's ancestry is from Belgium, but there are no bergs or mountains in Belgium. But there are if you follow the Rhine that comes out of the Swiss Alps and flows into Belgium, being the highway of the Middle Ages. And his ancestors are Mennonites who fled Switzerland, where their Anabaptist community were heavily persecuted. The name Berger is also a part of the name Bilderberger or Bilderberger. And there are no mountains either in the place this comes from. So here you can see the president, who was the president when the Escuadrones de la Muerte took place and all the assassinations, and he looks very, very Swiss. I know Swiss who look like this, and this is El Vikingo, the Swiss serial killer of the Nazi rat line. Well, both of them, I suppose, eh? Swissies are real opportunists and wait their time. First they form a fifth column, make big money like Sperisen's family with the coffee business, then want more power, taking over key positions as some Sperisen being nominated chief of police of the entire country by the Swiss oligarchy, fifth column, and finally install fear and terror to defend Papa's big business. Same thing happened in the US with Eisenhower, the Hoovers and the Costers, and this trial NGO in Geneva is a farce, who in the end defend all that's Swiss. And I know them personally and went there several times. This trial NGO, like the Red Cross and the UN, is just part of the New World Order game. They give people hope, false promises, sweet talk, stall time, and in the end always defend Octagon of the Alps, as these NGOs were installed by Octagon in the first place. The best way to control the opposition is to lead it ourselves. The truth is that Switzerland is a killer nation that export wars, tyranny and the New World Order. And when young, unarmed people from poor countries like Moldavia come and get back what's theirs in the first place, then the Swiss police kills them, as the general order has been given out under impunity by Swiss laws. This young Moldavian, the poorest country of Europe, stopped when summoned, hands in the air, unarmed, posing no threat to the Swiss cop, strapped to his safety belts in the car, and the Swiss cop opened the door and just shot him in the face. Then Swissy stole time, a couple of years, to have grass grown over it, and as always the Swiss premeditated murder cop got acquitted, not guilty, in a court during some Swiss show trial. And you read the whole... Even the state's attorney, they just pretend as if the state's attorney lost the case. Well, this is what they agreed upon in the first place anyway, you know. Just as El Escuadrón de la Muerte, Erwin Sperisen from Switzerland, will be acquitted, not guilty, because Switzerland will always go free, just as their Swiss sleeper agent Dwight D. Eisenhower let Switzerland go with the Nazi gold after World War II, because Switzerland is so clean, neutral and innocent. They never did anything wrong. So you can read some more of the related articles, just punch pause. I'll put it all in the links below the film. There's not much in the media about it, eh? Or let's say nothing at all. Well, I put the other articles, I put them in the link so it's easier to read them, I think. It says he has dual Swiss Guatemalan citizenship. The head of Guatemala's former police. So, this is the last one. And the rest you can read in the links. Now this is funny. Swiss step-up hunt for war criminals. Ha! What a joke. They gave the Red Cross passport to all the Nazi war criminals. This guy is from Switzerland, etc., etc. So nobody will think it's them. You understand? You know? The best way to control the opposition is to control it ourselves. And that's what they do. The Red Cross is nothing else than a spy organization. And all the other NGOs is trial. That's Trial. Oh, I know them personally. They're a bunch of Swiss crooks.